Action.
Go. Okay.
Hi, my name's... sorry.
Hi, my name is Sam and I'm a... What am I?
So, when you're ready, let's go.
Today is a significant day. 5th island that we've released Wetapunga on, beyond Hauturu. It's now just a case of, before you place the bamboo, looking up, seeing what it connects with, imagining yourself as a weta emerging. Isn't she beautiful? Invertebrates are the new front line for conservation. Everything depends on the health of the invertebrate communities. Without invertebrates, we'd all go. We're losing them faster than anything else, and it goes unnoticed.
A big kia ora to the Auckland Zoo for developing the skills, the technologies necessary to achieve this.
It's also just heartening to see that all of the people who are here today have sort of gone out of their way to be here for an insect.
Auckland Zoo is almost 100 years old. Renewal is a really important part about being a good modern zoo.
I'm standing in the middle of a construction zone in one of the brand new orangutan and siamang habitats. Like any good modern zoo, science is behind everything we do, and that feeds into how we care for our animals, but also how we go about designing the habitats for the animals in our care. That's going to have such a huge impact on the visitor experience, and it's really going to enable them to connect really closely with our orangutans. We're inspiring people to take action for wildlife, and that's why we're here.
Seeing them so close is really incredible, and it makes you feel much more connected to them.
This species needs all the help that we can give it. New Zealand fairy terns are in a critical condition. With a population of only 40 birds, they are teetering on the brink of extinction. The inclement weather recently with really bad storms meant that a lot of the nests were washed away. So luckily the Department of Conservation managed to get the eggs off the nest and bring them to the zoo, and we incubate them for them. He's 2 weeks old today. As you could see, he's feeding by himself. He would naturally pick up sand and get it in his gut in the wild. And because he's going to go back into the wild, we need to get him used to that. And this is why everyone's worked so hard on it. It will be amazing to see him out there.
So today here we're at the beautiful Mahakaro estate. The purpose of my visit here is to lend a hand with the Northern Striped Gecko surveys.
Found one.
Hey! Trying to piece together a picture of their life history and trying to work out how special they really are. We can't save a species unless we truly understand it. New Zealand's giant centipede. There's millions of processes going on under our feet that we can't see. So we need to start at the very bottom, conserving diverse bush, which will accommodate these great insect life. Without these tiny little insects that live in the leaf litter in the bush, ultimately you wouldn't have us humans.
We've been so fortunate to have the partnership with Auckland Zoo. We have really needed the support of academic institutions and scientific research to help us understand what is required to protect these really precious creatures.
So people may not realise, but there is actually a real science to the way we care for our animals here. Right from the variety of diet we offer them through to the training so that they can participate in their own health care.
For our ungulate species, that means that we get fresh browse, and we also get sand deliveries to help keep a nice good substrate for them to walk on.
Wild animals will mask signs of illness to avoid predation. So to mitigate this, we use positive reinforcement training to scale train our animals.
They've got a very high metabolism, which means they need to feed them at a high frequency through the day. Now we feed them lots of lean protein, which just fills them up longer.
So it's really important that we provide the right nutrients for all of the birds in our care. So that's why we go through, and all of the resources that would be available to them in the wild, we make sure that we provide for them here as well.
This software is used internationally to analyse animal diets and to ensure that optimal nutritional requirements are met for zoo animals.
We're very proud here at Auckland Zoo of our browse team to go out to Auckland 365 days a year to collect fresh foliage for all of our animals. My favourite part of the morning here on the ungulate section is when we get to bring these guys out and see them enjoy what we've set up for them and have a really fun day.
This is a New Zealand first. No one's ever built a crate for elephants in New Zealand.
So crate training has been a really important part of the process of preparing these guys for their move. They're really kind of blown us away with their willingness to participate, their willingness to kind of explore.
Kia ora tatou, hello to all of you. Here's a fun morning thanks to Auckland Zoo.
Let's breathe in through our nose. Stretching out and breathing out. Let our fingers fall like raindrops to our side.
We are really excited to share with you that we have 3 new lionesses that have come from Werribee Open Range Zoo. So we have Aziza, Kabibi and Ilola. Good morning! Look at those handsome ladies. So exciting, what can you see? So they'll be doing what they would naturally be doing in the wild, being on a vantage point, scanning for things that might be tasty for them, scanning for danger, taking in all the smells, all the sights.
There were 4 baby tortoises just peeking out of their eggs. It is incredible to think that these guys are due to get 3,000 times larger.
It's also really important for the species as a whole, so we're able to share this information and allow the husbandry for this species as an endangered species to progress and advance. It's just unreal to look at these tiny little miniature versions of the adults, and they could be on the earth for another 180 years.
You join us on a momentous day. We're about to move our baby Galapagos tortoises. So here we go. Without further ado, they're instantly exploring. They've almost got Wolverine-like claws. They've incredible climbing ability.
So we're here down at Cape Palliser, and we've got one of the largest fur seal colonies here in the North Island. And what we're doing is we're trialling a shelter that we've designed for the New Zealand sea lion pup, where due to exposure we have a high mortality rate. We've been talking now for a couple of years about constructing a shelter that would help provide some coverage. You know, I can't wait to see this and where this might head to, knowing that there's a population of sea lions in decline. It'll be really satisfying to see if this makes a difference.
This is a very special area. We welcome you here. We're very happy for us all to be here and attempting to see if we can do something better for those sea lions, you know, down in southern oceans.
I mean, we had this idea, but not until you see seal pups in there do you really think, oh, this is going to work, you know, before you have the trial.
Oh, there's a seal. There you go. Awesome.
It's actually given me an opportunity to actually realise that, you know, I want to leave the planet in a better place than when I entered it. And I've got to think of, you know, children and my children's children as to what we're going to leave.